Wednesday is sometimes called Spy Wednesday because that's when we do get this hard story about Judas being paid 30 pieces of silver to betray his friend. We actually get in this gospel, it's the Gospel of Matthew that we hear on Wednesday of Holy Week. We get almost like these two simultaneous stories. We get the story of Judas, and he's doing all this kind of secret intrigue and plotting behind the scenes to betray Jesus. But we also have the movement and the preparation of the disciples getting ready to celebrate the Passover. So these are like diametrically opposed, aren't they? It's like Judas seeking to betray and the other disciples seeking to serve Jesus and celebrate this feast together. Again, it struck me as I was preparing for this, like, even in this one little sentence here about the disciples doing as Jesus had ordered and preparing the Passover, that's really ordinary work, right? To find the room, to get it clean, to do the cooking, to make sure we've got all the food. A lot of us who are involved in our churches do a lot of work during Holy Week behind the scenes, and that's an act of love too. So I think, again, looking at all three of these days, these kind of hidden days of Holy Week, that first half of Holy Week, I think can be a time to reflect on how we're preparing for Triduum. You know, the 3 days of Triduum are intense. They're beautiful and rich liturgically, but we go through so much as we're walking through Jesus. So, how might you spend some time in those quieter days of Holy Week to get ready for what comes next? Maybe there's some extra time for prayer and reflection. Maybe you're just, preparing by reading the liturgies and by reflecting with the scripture even more, knowing that so much will be literally on the table starting on Holy Thursday. So, what can you do to use that time well to pray and ask what those next 3 days of Triduum will bring? I wrote a little piece on the hidden days of Holy Week because I just think so much of our lives is lived in the ordinary. And it's a gift actually to have this time to prepare, even within the heightened holiness of what comes next.